everyone, it's Ani with Chica's Kitchen, and today I'm going to show you how I make my achiote oil. Okay, so you're going to need a decanter, you're going to need some annatto seeds, um, this is what they look like, and that will stain your hands, so be careful using it. You may want to use gloves, even though you're not really going to touch it directly. And then you're going to need some vegetable oil. And I know I'm running low, but this is just enough to fill up the decanter that I use for this. And then you're going to need one of these little bad boys right here. You can order these online. I think they're about $15 maybe. I can't remember what I paid for it. But anyway, it's got this cool little cap on that strains the oil once it's done and stops the seeds from falling in there. The lid, if you notice, it will fall out. So when you pour in your oil into your decanter, make sure you press down on this as you're pouring. Okay, just a tip that I found out. I thought it snapped on real good the first time I used it, and because it kind of clicks. But anyway, I found out otherwise, and it was a mess. Thank God I was pouring it over the sink, you know. So anyway, but what you do is you want to put about 2 cups of oil in here, and about a cup, maybe 2/3 cup of annatto seeds in with the oil. You'll put it on a medium heat on the stove. It'll boil. You want to boil it for about a couple of minutes, not too long. You don't want to get a burnt taste to your oil. And then once 2 minutes are up, you want to set your timer so you don't forget it. Once your 2 minutes are up, turn the stove off and let it sit there completely cool. Guys, this stuff is hot. It's oil, you know. So please be careful. Let it completely cool down. Remove it from that burner using a pot holder, because this does get hot. This is not heat proof or anything. So the handle will be just as hot as the tin itself, as the pot itself. Okay, so use the pot holder or your oven gloves when handling this bad boy after it's been heated. So so you remove it off the actual burner so that it could cool off faster. All right, I usually place mine right on this little wooden board and let it cool off for about an hour or so. And then I come back and, of course, I strain it. Now, the good thing about this right here is that it has the lid so that when you're cooling it off, you can cover it and little particles of dust doesn't get all in it and stuff like that. All right, so you can protect your oil. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you the process. Now that I've spoken it through, I want to go ahead and actually demonstrate it so that you'll know step by step how to handle this. And then this is the oil that you use to flavor your foods, color your foods, and it's just absolutely delicious. It gives it a taste like no other. And again, it's whole annatto seeds. You can get these online. I think you can get it at Walmart. I don't know. I think I bought this online from Amigo's food store. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But it's easily accessible is what I'm trying to say. I can't remember the price on it. But I'll tell you what, if you invest in a large container like this, it'll be a lot cheaper in the long run. All right, so let me go ahead and set you up on my tripod and get started. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pour in my oil. Now, I said 2 cups of oil, and I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here. I am used to just eyeballing it anymore in this little pot, but I recommend you start with measuring until you get used to making it. Alright, so that's it for this. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and just eyeballing it. About 2/3 cup. My natto seeds. And that's what it's going to look like. And then we're going to set this on medium, which is right between 4. It's about a 5. It's between 4 and 6. So I would say that's a 5. Alright, so then we're going to go ahead and let that come to a boil. Remember, this will get hot, the handle, so be very careful. I'll bring you back once it's boiling. Okay, you can see how the oil is a pretty deep red. It's just starting to boil. So let's set my timer on for 2 minutes. And I'll bring you back. It's still on medium. Okay, 2 minutes are up. Timer off. Turn this off. There it is. So I'm going to go ahead and put this lid on it for now. I'll put the strainer on it once it's cooled off. I want to take a chance on getting burned. And then I'm going to move the tin kettle over with my heat-resistant gloves. I'm going to move it on over to this wooden cutting board right here, or whatever it is, mat. Alright, and I'm going to wait till it cools off, probably about a good half hour or so, and then I'll bring you back. I'm going to set the timer because, as you can see, I'm preparing to do some cooking here, and does my rice pot. And that red thing, it's the lock for the phone. Anyway, it was on the camera. Okay, anyway, so I'm prepared to do some cooking, so I'm going to set the timer so I don't forget to come back. Okay, so I'm going to set it for 30 minutes. It should be cooled off enough to work with and pour into the decanter that's up there waiting. Alright, so I'll bring you guys back. Okay, we got about another 10 minutes, but I need some of this oil because I'm making my Puerto Rican style chicken soup. So I'm going to go ahead and with my trusted heat-resistant oven gloves, I'm going to go ahead and handle this and put my cooking spoonful of oil. And you see that red dye? Yeah, be careful you don't stain yourself or your clothes, rather. Alright, put this bad boy back. Let it completely cool off before I put it in the decanter. And now I can go on with my cooking. Okay, we have about 13 seconds left. I wanted to show you something though. You see that? That's what that achiote oil does. And even though this chicken is going to go into some water, let me turn this off, and boil the rest of the way to cook, we like to sear it in the achiote because we like the chicken to be with color, not pale. In Spanish, we call that hincho. Hincho means pale. And we don't like going into the soup, a colorful soup, And then there's something pale floating around in there. So we kind of sear the chicken with some achiote oil to give it some color before putting it in the pot. As you see, I got my bay leaf and my basil leaf from the garden in there to release its flavors. But anyway, that's another recipe, and I believe I have a video on it already. Let's go ahead and, here's my potatoes. Let's go ahead and get this oil in the decanter. Alright. Alright, so the decanter is still a little hot to touch, so I'm going to use my oven mitt. And I've got it on a plate, so if anything, let's put this on this mat, so if anything spills over, okay, I'm going to use a tissue and here we go. Alright, anything extra, you can put it in a little jar. Always wipe off the spout, otherwise it'll drip on all over the place and it'll stain. Got some soapy water in the sink. When you're cooking, it's always a good idea to have a bowl with soapy water. Just a tip. I save these little jars. I have some diced pimentos. I'm going to put the rest of this oil in here. This is done. And back it goes. And that is achiote oil. Ready for use. And well, I guess I didn't have that much of it. Let's pull off now. There you go. Every little bit counts. This is like gold. Alright. And then you just dispose of this once it's cooled down enough. And you dispose of the seeds in the trash and then soak the pot in soapy water. And there I have it. This is enough to season something with. And that is all, folks. Thank you for joining me. Until the next one, God bless you all.